Hello everybody, this is Dunkle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and today we are doing the one shot of what if Deku was the reincarnation of Tai Long. I know not many people really do this, and I know I technically did a reincarnation of Tai Long, but that was like years ago, and I might actually do a final on that one. I'll admit it's becoming a while. But in this one, we're spicing it up a little bit. When I mean spicing it up, I mean we're spicing it up. Mostly what we're doing is, well, you expect. But if you know how Tai Long was killed, he had the whooshy finger hold happen to him. Actually, I might as well play a lore about him, because I know it's been like years since many people actually, well, heard of him, so... Kung Fu Panda. Okay, Tai Long versus Shifu, no, lore. Alright, shout out to, let's see, oh yeah, Tai Long did have a nephew. Here you go.
Hello fun people, I'm Isaac Carlson, and today we're going to understand the tragic tale of Tai Long by looking at where he came from, why he turned away from his father, and how his desire for vengeance inevitably failed him. And of course, if you're new here and you'd like to join this community of Kung Fu warriors, then consider subscribing, and if you appreciate what I create, consider supporting me over on Patreon. Beyond watching my videos is probably the best way to support me and allows you to be part of creating the magic. Long ago, Tai Long was born to a family of snow leopards, likely outside of the Valley of Peace. Beyond his mother and father, years later, a sibling of Tai Long had a son named Peng, who would go in search of his uncle, revealing Tai Long's family was connected, was aware of his existence, and did have some kind of desire to find him. Peng grew up in a nearby land to the Valley of Peace, so it's possible Tai Long originated from that same place. But it's really unknown where he was born, who his family was, or what happened to them, because Tai Long never knew any of them. Somehow, Tai Long was left wrapped in cloth outside of the Jade Palace, the home of Master Oogway and Kung Fu, without any of his family nearby, and was discovered by Shifu. In response to finding the child, Shifu embraced him as his own, likely because Shifu understood the hardships that came from being alone in the world. You see, many years before the discovery of this baby snow leopard, Shifu had been abandoned by his father at this same place. He knew what it felt like to be without any guidance, so he decided to be the guardian of Tai Long, similarly to what Oogway had done for him. Shifu just wanted to do what was right by the boy by believing in him, which is why he gave him a name meaning Great Dragon. Regardless of who created Tai Long or where he came from, he was raised, watched over, and loved by Shifu. Master Shifu became Tai Long's father, and later on, his master. After showing promise in the art of Kung Fu and discovering he was a true prodigy, Shifu decided to train Tai Long, believing he had the potential to become one of the most capable warriors that the world had ever known. Over time, Shifu even became convinced that Tai Long would one day be chosen as the Dragon Warrior, the legendary individual foretold by Master Oogway, who would rise to the highest levels of Kung Fu and obtain limitless power through the knowledge within the Dragon Scroll. Through every lesson, Shifu slowly molded Tai Long into someone who craved excellence, knowledge, and power in hopes of motivating him to seize a destiny he would be unable to reach. To unlock all of his potential, Shifu gave him unrelenting love and praise, which kept Tai Long hoping to continue to push through all of his breaking points to please Shifu. The interesting truth that lives in Tai Long's story is that he didn't want riches or to take over China or to dethrone Oogway. Tai Long was constantly fighting to make his father proud. Of course, Shifu was proud of Tai Long though, but that didn't stop the boy from literally pushing his bones to break in the pursuit of perfecting the art form he was studying. The intensity of the training didn't burn Tai Long out, but really only led him to strive to accomplish more, to be the strongest, fastest, and most furious fighter fighter that Tai Lung could become. He leveraged all of the master's knowledge and training resources he could, inevitably bringing him to be the first person to master all 1,000 scrolls of Kung Fu. Tai Lung became committed to becoming the greatest warrior in the world, and for the most part, he accomplished that. He unlocked all of the martial and spiritual secrets understood by Master Wu Wei, all of the wisdom of generations of martial artists, including unique styles, weapons, techniques, and tactics, had been mastered by Tai Lung. With Shifu's guidance, Tai Lung had truly risen to a place in Kung Fu that put him above his father and only below the creator of Kung Fu himself. Other than Master Wu Wei, there was no mortal who would be able to defeat him. Of course, Kai would be able to defeat this master in the spirit realm, but that wouldn't happen until Tai Lung was sent there by the true Dragon Warrior. And this is an idea that I've discussed in the past. The reality that Tai Lung's chi was eventually stolen by Kai is an episode I'll leave linked down below. We know a little bit about Tai Lung's fate as a spirit warrior, but until he got to that point, he spent his life in the mortal world constantly training. Tai Lung was drilled his entire life by Shifu that he was going to rise to be something beyond himself. So he had those expectations placed upon him. What Shifu failed to see was that by pushing Tai Lung to become completely invested in the pursuit of rising to be the Dragon Warrior, Tai Lung failed to create self-worth and an identity for himself beyond that. Tai Lung was consumed by pride. That's why even after going through all of that intense, rigorous, and brutal training and rising to new heights in the Kung Fu world, nothing was enough for him. Unfortunately, this longing for more knowledge and the ability to set free all of his potential would become his dark obsession, and Shifu loved his son too much to see that rising. Master Wu Wei, on the other hand, saw that corrupted heart within Tai Lung, so when Shifu presented his child to Wu Wei, he rejected Tai Lung's inquiry of becoming the Dragon Warrior, much to the master and student's dismay. For Tai Lung's entire life, he had been told he was destined to be the Dragon Warrior, but when his opportunity to be chosen finally came, his master rejected him, and his father did nothing to stop it, leading him to feel truly betrayed. With a deep sense of failure, confusion, and anger, along with entitlement, arrogance, and pride, and the belief that he was deserving to be the Dragon Warrior, Tai Lung channeled his rage into laying waste to the Valley of Peace. His fragile sense of stability and peace were shattered, and he was willing to destroy the home that had welcomed him and raised him to prove that no one could stop him. Tai Lung allowed himself to be consumed by his own ambition, which of course also led him to return to the Jade Palace in hopes of taking the Dragon Scroll by force. Shifu, feeling responsible for creating Tai Lung, tried to destroy what he had created, but was unable to face the son he loved. Only through Wu Wei using a nerve attack to block Tai Lung's chi was the snow leopard stopped. What I find so interesting about Tai Lung as a villain was that he was so knowledgeable on the art of Kung Fu, while at the same time he remained an extremely ruthless person. He was able to show that he was destructive and intelligent, and had a lot of humanity below the surface. While in Kung Fu Panda 2 we got a deep dive into Shen's psychology, we got to see many glimpses of Tai Lung's tortured soul throughout the original Kung Fu Panda. I think that's something that the first two Kung Fu Panda villains do extremely well. We are able to empathize with these deranged figures. Tai Lung isn't just a wild, loose cannon, he's also a tortured son, and we are able to see all of that come through. Under Wu Wei's instructions, Shifu ordered the construction of Chor Gam Prison to house Tai Lung. And as a true testament to how powerful Tai Lung had become, Wu Wei was also forced to design an acupressure restraint system made out of a tortoise's shell that was able to consistently disrupt Tai Lung's chi, and would only further tighten as he moved. After Chor Gam Prison was finished being built into a mountainside, complete with 1,000 rhino guards known as the Anvil of Heaven, massive crossbows, armed explosives, the acupuncture, chi-disrupting restraints, and chains attaching boulders to his arms, Tai Lung was trapped, and the world believed that one of the most formidable Kung Fu masters would be locked away forever. 20 years later, though, he would return after Wu Wei foretold that Tai Lung would venture back to the Valley of Peace. Fearing Tai Lung's return, Shifu ordered a messenger goose to double the guards and tighten security within the prison because of Wu Wei's vision. But by sending that goose, Tai Lung's escape became possible. with a single feather falling to Tai Lung. He used that to release himself from his restraints on his back and used the weapons that were meant to put him down to break his chains. While he had been banished for decades, his ferocity, strength, focus, and speed had not been significantly weakened. He was still a practically unstoppable warrior who was able to maneuver out of the pit he had been placed within, avoid the weapons that were used against him, take down the guards who confronted him, and inevitably was able to finally break free of his prison. The next generation of Kung Fu warriors had formed the Furious Five again, and did attempt to work together to end Tai Lung's journey at the rope bridge that led to the Valley of Peace, known as the Thread of Hope. But while they fought valiantly, Tai Lung was able to overwhelm them and use his advanced techniques to take them down. His desire for the Dragon Scroll had not been stopped, especially when he was aware that Oogway had finally chosen the Dragon Warrior. Tai Lung was ready to prove himself to the world and his father, and was excited to finally have a worthy adversary. When Tai Lung arrived in the Valley of Peace, though, the village had been abandoned by the citizens with only Master Shifu remaining. While he had been excited to meet Po, he was ready to face his former master, who he believed had wronged him all of those years ago when he did not stand up to Oogway. Channeling all of his rage and resentment, he beat down the man who had raised him, and only wavered for a moment when Shifu apologized to him, but his heart had hardened too much for him to give up on his mission. This to me is the big fight for Tai Lung. He gets to take on Shifu, dominate in a duel within the Valley of Peace in a spectacular way, and shows off how formidable he had become. It's much more of the serious climactic fight, which I love to watch, but it isn't the one that Tai Lung himself longed for. That's why when the Dragon Warrior arrived, Tai Lung tossed Shifu away in hopes of securing his destiny by defeating that chosen one. But of course, it wouldn't be that easy for him to glimpse upon the legendary scroll. At every turn, Po is able to outsmart, outmaneuver, and outfight the ambitious and prideful Tai Lung, driving him mad as the panda effectively countered his attacks and sat on his face. And even after learning that there was no secret that would allow him to unlock a new power within himself, Tai Lung was unwilling to stop the battle as he just continued to underestimate Po and live in denial of the truth. Tai Lung was unwilling to accept that his true power came from within, because that would mean that he would have to embrace the idea that his violence, anger, and descent into darkness was pointless. And this forced Po to stop the committed, knowledge-seeking, and self-tortured master. After a draining fight where Tai Lung had used all of his brutal, cunning, and relentless attacks against Po, the Dragon Warrior banished Tai Lung to the spirit realm using the Wuxi Fingerhold. The Valley of Peace was safe once more. Shifu was able to see he had undone his mistakes by training Po, and Tai Lung was forced to face the truth that he was never going to be the Dragon Warrior. While there were some tales that suggested Tai Lung survived the Wuxi Fingerhold and went on to establish a criminal empire, the truth was Tai Lung's reign as a mortal warrior had concluded. But let me know down below your thoughts and theories are surrounding Tai Lung, and are there any other Kung Fu Panda episodes you'd like?
Okay. Well, that was interesting. But yeah, that was Kung Fu Panda and Tai Lung's origin story. Okay, something interesting, I suppose. Now, pretty much Midoriya does know about this, but we don't start him off with that. We start him off with Tai Lung, who's finally been free from the Chi amulet thingy. So, this is when, and there's a catch. Because next thing you know, when he's about to go to the underworld, because of his crimes, the Dragon Warrior, aka Po, says, "Oh, no you don't." Huh? Oh, it's you, Po. Oh, what do you want? What? I can't say hi? I doubt not many people will be happy to see me. It was mostly your father's fault to begin with. Shifu says, "Hey! What? It's the truth. But I can tell you somewhat regret it." Tai Lung raised an eyebrow. "Okay, you don't really regret it. Edit, but I know there's good in you. what have you been drinking? Yeah, fair point, but still. Well, everyone deserves a second chance. Besides, you're not the worst person. Said, I bet most people would actually welcome you back if they knew what was happening. Really? Like, name one. Well, have you met? Well, let's just say a certain crazy-ass peacock was one of them. The peacock? Don't ask. Ask. Or that the ox that took your soul. But yeah. A lot of stuff has happened. But good to know that you are literally there just to survive. But, well, the masters, or mostly the gods, have agreed to give you a second chance. But you will not be reincarnated in this world. Can I at least know what world I am going to be in? He says, in a world of a place called humans. What the fuck's a human? Man, okay, they're like a hairless monkey like you'll see, but you will still be you. It's just that this world will be full of quirks. Tai Long lays his eyebrow in more confusion than ever. Her? Well, anyway, here... Well, it's time for you to go. You are not pulling no whooshy finger on me. No. No, this one's different. What are you gonna do then? And this one, Poe just flips him in the nose. Hey! And next thing you know, you hear a poof. Poof. Like the type of poop. If you hear like a poof. Like that. Poe just says, okay, maybe I held a little bit of a grudge on that one. Once, this is when we get to Tai Long. Now, Tai Long remembers everything. Poe forgot to erase his memories, obviously. See? So when Poe actually got to... This is when Midoriya sees Inko. Midoriya just gives the look like, holy crap, that's a human? Okay. Hey, let's hope we... Well, let's see how this goes. And it goes pretty well. Well, with Midoriya, who actually is happy. But Midoriya still keeps his guard up, and he's not friends with Bakugo. As a matter of fact, like he now knows what it's like to be a cocky, arrogant brat. Let's just say he learned from his mistakes to a minimum. So, with Midoriya, I got a feeling something's up. But this is when he does it. This is when they do the usual crap, which is everyone wants to be a hero. Oh, Midoriya doesn't do that all lovey-dovey bullshit. He doesn't even show any that crap. As a matter of fact, he shows the opposite of that. He just gives the look as if he doesn't even agree with the methods of letting heroes who are not trained aim to go in. Except for Midoriya. He wished to go to... Who? The Universal Studio of Martial Arts? He shrugs. This one Bakugo gets raged and says, damn it! You damn cat! Why aren't you being a hero? I do not fight for lost causes. Everyone's surprised and angered or just shocked. Or just confused that Midoriya said such words. Being a hero is not a lost cause. Technically it is if they're letting people like you in. What's the bat supposed to mean? Blowhards who botch jobs. With Poe. Oh, man, that's a little low. Oh, but I can't really disagree with him. Can't even disagree with him. And no, you cannot. But this is when Bakugo tries to use an explosive on him, but Midoriya just hits him with the paralyze move, and Bakugo is now paralyzed. Maybe you learn your lesson. I'll paralyze you next month. That's what I would say if I gave a shit about your life. But I'm in a good mood, so I'll spare you. And that's when he unparalyzes his Bakugo. Don't go up against someone who won't be hesitant to kill you. It will be your downfall. And Midoriya walks off. With the teachers, who are extremely shocked by his wisdom, but also infuriated that he refused to join UA. Hey, as a matter of fact, he was actually recommended by some of the teachers. Even the principal recommended him to UA. Hey, so you can imagine how angry they are. When Midoriya gets to his home, Inko, I'm home. This is when Inko's thinking, I wish he called me Mom. Sorry, Mom. It's been a long day. She smirks. It's fine, sweetie. What happened? Mark recommendations. You know, boring crap. Language. Sorry, Mother. So, what now? Have you decided where you're gonna go? Universal Studio Martial Arts. Really? You're not gonna go to UA? Not you too. Sorry, it's just surprising. I figured you would want to be a hero. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I do not fight for lost causes. You say that about every school, because they don't show discipline. Well, if you gave UA... Sorry. That's fine. Say what you will. I'm not going to be mad if you say it. Well, if you gave UA a chance, maybe they can prove you wrong. And they show discipline. They're letting Katsuki Bakugo join UA. He's reckless, unstable, full of pride and anger. You say that as if you know it. I know it too well. Midoriya, remembering his past. And how a freaking panda actually managed to show him the good and evil. Well, not good and evil, but still. Is that all? All, or are you here to tell me something? Yeah, a lot. I got a call from the principals, and they sounded pretty angry that you declined on the idea of being a UA hero. I told them as the same thing I told you. It's not worth it. That all that popularity and all that crap will bankrupt my soul. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that you're not joining UA. But it's kind of a waste of your talents for you to be, well, a martial artist. Mom, my is not that good. But against fire. Bullshit. Pardon my French, but bullshit on that. I literally seen you on fire one time and you didn't even flinch. I thought you were dead. And you literally, and your skin is more durable than anyone else's. No, it isn't. Inko stabs him with a fork, and it breaks. Actually, that's an understatement. It shatters. See? Okay, fair. Alright. I get it. I should give it a shot. Fine, thank you. Besides, I lost my job. What? What happened? What did they do this time? I quitted. Let me guess. Couldn't handle being a door-to-door salesman? Not in that outfit. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to dress the women like sluts. Is that a male thing? Unfortunately, yeah, it is a male thing. Midoriya thinking, this is gonna be a long day. Like I said before, I'll think about it. Thanks. And besides, what would much will a martial artist pay for anyway? I don't, and they hear a knock on the door. Who could be at this hour? Or could be anyone. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh, this is when Midoriya literally walks up to the door and sees All Might, Miracle, Endeavor, and Mount Lady and Nezu. Hello, young Midoriya. He immediately closes the door and says, "Mom, call the police! We got trespassers!" What? Who could be at the door? Some idiots wearing porn costumes. Porn costumes! Oops. Oops. Oh, come on. It can't be that bad. I warned you. And this is when she opens it and she sees All Might, Nezu, and the other heroes. Hey! I'm sorry for my son's harsh mouth. I'm not. Poe just thinking up in the world. Yeah, it kind of do look like porn. Yeah, it does look like porn. Porn. There we go. This is when they say, "May we come in?" Sure. Or, "Mom, why?" Hey, oh, come on, son. Fine. But if they try anything, their ass is getting kicked. Got it? I completely understand, Mr. Midoriya. Now, I promise you, we won't try anything. That's what Inko's ex-boss said. And now he has up with a scar on his left eye. Okay. Very well. Like I said, we will keep our distance. Smart move. Anyway, what brings the great heroes of Japan to a home that has a nobody? Now that is beyond a truth. What's that supposed to mean? The way you fight, the way you move, that is a professional martial artist. And the heroes will be happy to have you at our cause. The cause of controlling the world, or the cause of actually using it for good? But All Might's about to yell, but this is when Nezu stops him. I understand your distrust of heroes, but I promise you, our intentions are good. That's what the leader of the that's what the member of the French that's what people said in France. And guess what happened to the French Revolution? So we're pulling history our ass. Yup. I am pulling history out of my ass. That's because it's the truth. Well, we also help the poor. So does churches. And look how much money they're making. We also care about children. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see a cancered kid being in UA. Hey. Okay. Hey, I get your mistrust, but but we would be happy if you joined us. What's in it for me? And make it good, because I know half the crap you're just gonna make is shit. So make it good. We promise payment. Midoriya looks at Inko and think, how much are you paying? Which Midoriya says, This is when All Might says, as usual as any other heroes pay. That's not what I heard from you. That's not what I heard from other heroes. You get paid 10 times more than any other hero. All Might thinking, crap, this kid knows much. You're still not giving me a good reason. This one Endeavor said, as you can make friends. Friends? That'll stab me in the back for a profit? I don't think so. Okay then, what do you want? Payment as much as All Might. What? And I want to be paid every time I'm in the UA. Hey, and I want to learn actual stuff. So don't come up with them. So don't come up with all that and bullshit about how quirks and all that. I want results, details, everything. And if I'm going to be a student, then you will treat me like a student, not some fuck toy. But he looks at Midnight. Ouch. Ouch. But Midnight's also thinking, smart kid. He knows what he's dealing with. Anything else? Yeah, my mother gets payment. Is given the payment. Are you sure? That seems a waste of money for a woman. Sound like you're saying as if males are a superior species. Maybe I shouldn't join if my principal's a sexist. Crap. He's really throwing guns at me. Well, in that case, I should suggest you leave. Because I will not be helping you if you're a sexist. I despise your kind. God damn it. So, very well, we will accept these terms. Good, you know your ways. But seriously, the sexist thing, it was a slip of the tongue, I promise you. That's what I heard many times from other people. And yet, you're trying to deny it. This is when Nezu's thinking, I never thought I'd be angry over something as a child's mouth. And the gall to actually accuse me of being a sexist. I'll give him credit. Then he knows what he's doing. It's actually quite scary. So, I need to be careful around this child. Maybe if I... No, that'd be too risky. You do realize that you're thinking out loud, Nezu. Crap. Now I should really not join UA. 20 times as much as All Might. You're very desperate to increase it to 20. Neat. This one, Inko says, I hate to say this, but I agree. You're increasing the money just so we can use him. This one All Might says, we're desperate right now. Oh? So much desperation for one child? Yield? What is happening to the hero society that you need help from? I'm a simple little boy who only has the quirk of a leopard. And nothing else. Heroes have been falling left and right, and people wouldn't join them out of fear. You're the most respected person in Japan. No, I'm not. I'm the most feared person in Japan. And it's what you mean to say. That is not what save your excuses. I know what fear and I know what respect is. Japan fears me for my will, and that's it. But I will join. I will join for the money, but that's it. And nothing more, nothing left. Mirko finally says, finally! Sheesh. It's not trying to sound like a brute, but you really were taking your sweet time. I like to study my enemies. And study my allies. And what are we? An annoyance. It's for now. Mirko starts gritting her teeth and thinking, this guy really is pissing me off. Midoriya thinking, Mirko reminds me a lot of Tigress for some fucking reason. Thank God she ain't her. I wouldn't be able to deal with that crap. With Midoriya, who just got to the location. I guess anything's possible. Now, shall we get going? Alright, let's go. Oh, and that's when they get good UA. Welcome to your new home. What a dump. Out. The level of disrespect that coming from Midoriya's voice, you could tell that he obviously sees too many glory holes that heroes can easily get assassinated by. This is what Mirko says, how is it a dump? Too many holes, too many ways the enemy can get in. And the front gate's not even guarded. It's a hero school, not a military camp. A hero school would be prepared for anything, even the most simplest of attacks or break-ins. And yet all I see is just one giant place full of knowledge and dangerous items that might be used for evil for a villain to easily get in. And you guys call yourself professionals. And yet you're being scolded by a child. This one now I'm thinking, I can't believe I'm regretting this, but I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm glad I didn't choose him to be my successor with that mouth. Such disrespect. It is unnerving. With Midoriya, who gets into class and sees Class 1A, and they're going through the usual thing, blah blah blah, until Bakugo immediately sees Midoriya and puts his feet down. Oh, so you're finally expecting the rules? No, he's scared of me. Who? And this when everyone sees Midoriya, aka Tai Long. Who are you? I'm the guy, I'm your babysitter. I'll be making sure you all stay out of trouble. Hey! This one Aizawa says, he's right, he's more skilled than us. Yeah, but sir, that's very disparate. And this one Bakugo looks at him with fear and says, Don't you want to get yourself killed? The last person you want to do is piss off Midoriya. Believe me, I learned that the hard way. Hey, I may get under your skin, but I'm not stupid. Of course you're not. Last time you pissed me off, you ended up in a coma for literally 2 whole months. The doctor said it was a complete miracle that you would survive. And yet here you are. I'm glad that I'm teaching you a lesson. Yes, Mr. Midoriya. Yeah. This one I was actually impressed. Mr. Midoriya. I never seen Bakugo being such subtle. Oh. This one, Kirishima says, "Hi, I'm Kirishima." Okay. Can we get your name? Apparently you're deaf because Bakugo clearly said what my name is. Yes, and I'm not going to give you my first name, but we don't know if he could be lying about your name. That's what Midoriya's thinking. Smart kid. He could be not. You could never know. Oh. I like finding out the hard way anyway. Yeah, you're gonna find out the hard way through unfortunate disappointment. Because I'm not saying anything. Oh, that sucks. So we could be friends. It's no offense, but I just met you. I'm not gonna be your friend right out the blue. Only a bloody idiot would do that. And this one Mina says, "Hey, we're his friends. And how long have you met him? Since childhood." Then that's a different book. Well, everyone needs friends. Only if it's necessary. This one Paul's thinking, oh, for the love of, just accept them as your friends, for crying out loud. This one Mina says, you don't have to be an ass. And you don't have to interrupt class. How are we interrupting class? You're literally talking, and you're not giving the chance the teacher to teach us anything. This is wasting my time. Sorry, Mr. Midoriya. So, what are we learning? We'll be learning about blood quirks and how it can be used. By used, you mean you accuse it of being a villainous quirk, even though it did nothing wrong. But it is villainous. Kirishima, how do you have any room to talk? What's your quirk again? Hardening. You can harden your body parts, correct? Yeah. Well, if you harden your fist and used it at someone's head, you could literally cause their brain or a skull fracture. Or worse. So how are you not villainous? And Mina, right? Yeah? Your quirk is probably no better. So? This one, as I was thinking, damn, he's really letting it out. Plus, Bakugo has a fucking explosion quirk. This one, Bakugo says, I hate to say it, but he's right. Even my quirk can be used as villainy. It's not the person that uses the quirk. It's not the quirk that's the person. It's the person and how they use it that makes them villainous. Yes. So, my recommendation, listen to what he has to say. He knows what he's talking about. You say that as if he says words as if he was a villain. Whatever. Aizawa, continue. Right. And this one they learned about blood quirks, their strengths, their weaknesses, and whatnot. So, this is when Midoriya literally just walks up to them. And just, well, actually, no, this is when we get to lunch. And Midoriya is just eating. But this is when a certain person tries to smack him, but Midoriya catches it. Nice try. But I sensed you a mile away. That ain't gonna work on me. Good try, though. I'll give you credit. And that's when he releases the guy's arm. Whatever. And the guy walks off. This is when literally Mina is just irritated. I can't believe how that guy is such an asshole. I know, right? An asshole, yeah, but he's wise. You say that as if you admire him. I may not like him, but I do respect him. Well, besides, I was foolish enough to lash out at him before we get to school. Though I will ask, Tai Long, because I know you're listening to us, why did you join UA? You wanted nothing to do with the heroes. They offered me payment. Man. Besides, my mom quit my job, and my mom quit her job. I didn't really have much to go to. So it was either hero school or working at Good Burger. And I don't want grease all over my fur. Of course, that'd be the only reason why you joined UA. Does he show any respect? Midoriya showing respect to whom? You know, like heroes. No. Because in his eyes, being a hero is a losing game. Kirishima gets irritated thinking and says, how can you think it's a losing game? You can help people. Or cause them more suffering. Bakugo was surprised to say so. Kirishima was surprised that Bakugo said such hurtful words. I'm only telling the truth, Kirishima, because we're all thinking what we're thinking. Even Midoriya knows. Why else would he decline being a hero? Yes, and mind you, we're about to leave. How do you... And that's when he hears the bell going off. Damn, I didn't get to eat my food. Take it with you. I'll just say that you didn't have time. You came in late. Thanks. No problem, Bakugo. By the way, good luck with the surgery. Wait. How did you... I can smell it. Does Mitsuki know about this? His eyes start... This is when his eyes begin to water. With Midoriya. After school, this is when Midoriya gets to Mitsuki's home. Oh, Midoriya, how... We need to talk, Mitsuki Bakugo. He didn't... This is when Mitsuki is thinking, he didn't call me aunt. You too, Mr. Bakugo. Oh boy. What is it, Midoriya? Did you know your son has cancer? Their eyes open wide in a surprise. Midoriya, this is not... Look at my face. Does it look like I'm joking? No. But how? Drinking? Smoking? It spells it all. He was barely able to use his quirk and he was sweating like hell. Cancer runs through his blood. He's getting lung and liver surgery. Or mostly a liver and lung transplant. And you all ain't paying for it. We didn't know. Really? I thought it was a dead giveaway, considering that at the way he is barely able to keep up. It's kind of a dead giveaway. You don't need to be an expert to know who is suffering. So, here's my recommendation. Start being parents, or I'm calling child services. This is your only warning. Right. Right. Good. Now, if you excuse me, I shall be going. have fun with your problems. And Midoriya walks off. Anyway, I'll be seeing you two around, and I expect you all to actually respect his wishes as well. What do you... If I see one more black eye, one more... or scar, one more of him thinking of suicide because of you two, I will end your lives. And that's when he walks off. This is when Baku's walking in the door, but Midoriya stops him. You'll be staying at Mom's house. But, no buts, Katsuki. Wait, no buts, Kachan. You need rest. A lot of it. Baku was surprised that Midoriya started calling him Kachan. Come, you need rest. And this is what they do. They actually get... This is when he gets to Inko, and Midoriya explains the situation. Inko does not know what to say. He was never expecting her friend to actually do that. She was never... She's just too shocked. But, and also Midoriya explains that Katsuki, he is the into men. But this is when Inko opens arms and accepts it. Which is causing Bakugo to really cry on her shoulder. Midoriya smirking. But this is when... And immediately he has to go... He gets some sleep. Midoriya sleeps on the couch, and Mitsuki sleep... And let's just say Mitsuki's thinking about the words Midoriya said. Dead. Luckily, this is when Midoriya wakes up, and Bakugo is just sleeping. And just happy. Yeah. Bakugo, get up. Wait, Kachan, get up. 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. It's Dinky? Dinky? Is that who you have a crush on? Bakugo immediately wakes up, realizing who he's saying that to. Relax, I'm okay with it. Oh. Sex does not... Just because you're into men doesn't make you weak. In fact, revealing who you truly are only makes you stronger. There's an old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. Well, they will hurt you emotionally. True, but emotional scars are easy to heal. But mental scars hurt the most. Now, let's see if we can't get that surgery. What surgery? Yeah, I'm the one paying for it, by the way. Inko, you don't... I'm not taking no for an answer, mister. I'm paying for the surgery. Besides, All Might came up with the money and delivered it at my house. Did he try anything? He tried to ask me out, but then I told him I'm lesbian. Oh, cool. Well, wait a minute. You're lesbian? I thought you were bisexual. Oh, no, I'm lesbian. So, who are you dating? What makes you think I'm dating someone? The little bite mark on your neck screams it all. Oh, crap. Yeah, you can't hide shit from me. Hey, language! Alright, I guess that makes sense. Come out, honey. He found out. How? Oh, wait a minute. I know that voice. And this is when Midoriya's jaw just drops. That's because he sees Endeavor's ex-wife. You? Hi. You better be a good influence. Me? Zuko! What? Call it paranoia. I don't trust anyone. Really? He doesn't even trust me. Midoriya, you should always trust your mother. Should that be the same for... He points at Bakugo. Fair point. Midoriya just smirks and says, I love it when I'm right. You could be an ass. No, I could be a pussycat. Did you just make a cat pun? Yep. Anyway, shall we? Shall we what? Well, obviously go. Oh, we're not gonna just stand here waiting, now are we? So? Right. Now, let's get going, shall we? Anyway, that should be... says location shouldn't be that far. Once they get to the hospital... well, this is when immediately they do through the procedure. They have to do it one at a time, considering that if they remove it too quickly, it will end up bad. If they remove it too slowly, it will end up worse. So this is when Midoriya does that. Luckily, after taking care of the problem, Midoriya literally walks up. This is when the surgery is complete. This is when immediately they get to class, and Bakugo is sitting right next to Midoriya. Yeah, and they're just studying about mostly studying about explosion quirks. Until Aizawa says, "You two are late. Sorry, we had more important things to tend to. What can be more important than studying? Hey, helping people in need? Oh, like what? That's none of your business, Aizawa. Until you actually prove to be an ally, you will not know anything from me or my friends." This is when he says, "Heh, you can have friends?" I didn't know a two-timing bitch can even be a whore, but apparently I was wrong. And he just looks at Mina with the eyes of disgust. Especially since they're sexist. Whatever. What a pendejo. I didn't know you knew Spanish. I don't. Oh, but I know that means asshole or bitch. I know that's for damn sure. You all can cuss in the comment. That's what it really means. But I think I remember correctly. It means dumbass, I think. I already know people in the comments are going to ask, Dylan, where did you learn those cuss words? Eddie VR. Alright, he cusses a lot on YouTube. Good show. Good YouTuber. Wish he uploaded more. Alright, but we can't get what we want. Anyway, this one, Aizawa says, "Okay, class, tomorrow we're going to the USJ. Dinky's about to say what he says in canon, but Midoriya stops him. And this one he explains the situation. Oh, thanks. No problem. I got a question for you. Yeah? Do you have a crush on Katsuki? Dinky blushes and says, What? What makes you think? You're stuttering. But there's no way he likes me. Really? I can arrange something for you. What? Hey, Bakugo. Huh? Come here. Okay. You too, Dinky. Alright. This is when he puts their hands together. There, your date starts tomorrow morning. Ow. Wait, what? This one Aizawa was just thinking, ballsy. This one here he says, this is when Mina says, ew, disgusting. But Midoriya swift kicks her straight in the face, causing her to hit the door so hard. Or it might as well cause a brain concussion. Anything else? Or it might have to kick someone else's ass. I may be a pussycat, but I know how to fucking kill. Everyone shakes their head like, nope, we don't want any trouble. Smart. And Midoriya walks off. With, Bakugo, he's just like... This one he just blushes, and so does Dinky. And this one Bakugo says, why, Midoriya? Let's just say, I like the ship's sail. Oh my god, you're such a Mina. No, I'm not sexist. Fair point. Wait, who let that bitch in anyway? Wait, if she can't accept people's sexuality, she does not deserve to be a hero. Bro. This one I was thinking, are you sure this kid's not a secretly #1 hero or something? If he is, then I want to know who hired him. This is when Midoriya says, alrighty. If that's all. Now, shout. This is when Bakugo says, so, do you have a crush on anyone? No one I could think of. Unless some bitch puts me in an arranged marriage with someone. With your powers, I don't blame them. Seriously? Seriously. Yeah, it's wise that doesn't happen. Anyway, this is when they get to the USJ. And Midoriya immediately knows that something's off. Because next thing you know, he stops a frickin' bullet from hitting Kirishima and Dinky. What was that for? He points at the holes in the wall. We're being attacked. Aizawa sees this. Crap! This is when Midoriya starts fighting both Kirishima and well... Oh, he just starts fighting them. Brutal. Actually, no. He starts fighting me. This is when Mina shows up, saying, damn it, I was really hoping I'd hit you too. This is when Midoriya says, I knew you were a hoe. Oh, but I did not know you were a prat. This is when Mina gets angry and starts throwing acid. Midoriya just lets it hit him. Ah, you fuck. What? Ooh, an acid bath. My fur could use a nice silky smoothness. How? I have that thing up to the max. Up to the max? Doesn't that mean your body can't handle the acid now? This is when Mina realizes she's starting to melt and she turns into nothing more than this acidic gloop. How did you know the consequences of an acid quirk? Hurts like it. Quick death, but painful way to go. Oh, how do you know it's quick? It's acid. Very strong acid, too. She had it up to the max, meaning she was going to be dead anyway. So you knew there was the cause of quirk malfunction. Yes. Then I guess she wouldn't have been listened to? Nope. Now let's focus on the villains that are trying to kill us, and that's what they do. Oh, as soon as they start fighting the villains, they actually this is when the hero will start popping up, trying their best to actually help the situation, but they're not. They're just getting in Midoriya's way. Hey, after Midoriya actually managed to kick all of their asses, because let's say it took a while for them to do it. This is when Midoriya finally... After that, Midoriya finally got done with that bull crap. This is when Midoriya says, is that normal for heroes to do that? I guess so. Oh. This is when Midoriya says, well, after that, I bet that things are going to be a freaking annoying more, because now, all the All For One's coming. Who? This one All For One pops up, saying, so, you actually declined my offer of being in my side. Well, for starters, I didn't want to be used like a pompous idiot. Only a fool would fall for your ways of peace. At least that involves controlling the world. So, yeah, I'm denying your ways. Very well. This is when I start fighting. Midoriya knows where this is going. Wait, you don't need a fucking expert to know. Oh, how brutal this is gonna be. So after Midoriya literally grabbed... Oh, shit. Anyway, this is when Midoriya literally manages to defeat. This is when All For One actually tried. I used to beat him, but Midoriya is more skilled in the ways of fighting. All For One just knows how to use his quirk. And unlucky for him, he also is agility. This is when immediately he defeated One For All. When he defeated All For One. After All For One's defeat, Midoriya just took him to the cops. How did you manage to? He let his guard down too many times. So many weak points. That and also I paralyzed him. Then Midoriya thinking the same way that Oogway did. Good thing I learned that trick. Okay. Now, this is when immediately he's getting confronted by Mirako. Can I help you? Oh, are you free later? Why? It's a simple yes or no. I guess. Good. 6 o'clock. PM or AM? Whatever you want, as long as that's 6. This is when Midoriya is confused, and this is when Karashi says, and this is when, this is when Bako says, ooh, looks like someone's got a date. She just told me to pick her up at 6. Dude, she asked you out. What? When he gets there, I'm here, what do you... And this one Mirako brings him in. How did you do that? Do what? The paralyzing thing. I've never seen anyone else do that. Heck, I've never seen anyone fight like that. Would you believe martial arts? Don't give me that crap. I'm a black belt in most ojos, but I know a martial art. I know someone who knows martial arts way better than anyone. But you managed to learn almost the impossibles, and the forbidden moves that are outlawed in many countries. And Midoriya thinking, they're outlawed? What? I didn't notice that. Well, it appears that, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't give me that. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You managed to defeat All For One. I can believe anything right now. Fine, but first, duck. I'm not gonna give you a blow unless... No, duck! And she ducks and a bullet nearly hits him. And Midoriya grabs a kunai and throws it and immediately hits the sniper directly in the head. Oh, you mean duck as in dodge. Yes. Wait, what was this about a blowjob? Later. Okay. Hey. Whatever you say, dude. So. Well, this is what Miracle says. Well, I guess I can give you it. Hold up. I'm not gonna accept a blow. Oh, just because we met. Besides, you said come at 6. What for? She blushes and says, I was gonna ask you out. Let's go then. Wait, you're not gonna deny it? I mean, there's nothing to deny. You're cute and you're willing to give me a chance. Yes. But I will not teach you anything in martial arts. I wouldn't want you to anyway. Hey. Huh. That's good to know. I guess anything is possible. Now, if that's everything, then I should probably head my way. I mean, actually no, I'm skipping ahead. After a couple of years, because let's say Midoriya became the number 5 hero. Well, Inko passed away, by the way. We get the start of literally Midoriya. Huh. Hey Mom, Mirako was pregnant. We're expecting having a kid in next month. You probably would have loved to meet him. Let's hope he doesn't end up prideful and ignorant like his mother. I heard that. Shit. Let's go. Right. Hey guys. Oh, Dinky, Bakugo. I see you two finally got married. How did the wedding go? Sorry you couldn't be there. It's fine. The wedding went great. Mitsuki's getting therapy, and, well, things have been great. Anyway. This is when Midoriya literally walks up to them. If anything is possible, I guess staying warm is one of them. Anyway. This is when Midoriya says, well, it's time for me to do my hero work. Be careful, honey. You should take your own advice. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. It better be nothing. Anyway, that's all for today. That's been the one shot of What If Deku Was the Reincarnation of Tai Long. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This has been Dunkle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and I will see you all in the next video.